Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show off multiple different ways to defeat Xigbar at a low level and with minimal tools. So this tutorial will mostly be for the KH2 randomizer, but it can also be applied to the PS4 version of the game and any other version of the game as far as I know. So before I show off the different strats to win the fight, I want to go over his 3 phases and pretty much how the fight works so that we know what we're working with here. This is a video made by a Hiren255 back in early 2015, and it's an extremely in-depth guide on what action count is and how it affects Xigbar's AI. It may seem super overwhelming at first, but I'm going to try my best to break it down here.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
So at the beginning of the fight, he's going to start with this FPS mode, and all you need to do is either guard it or walk straight downwards and you'll be able to mash triangle and get the RC out, and then the fight really starts. So in the first phase he doesn't shoot super quickly and he doesn't have the blue laser attack. You want to mostly watch out for his heads up attack, which seems to only happen if your camera isn't facing him. He's going to room transition pretty often, and actually not attacking him during his reload will force him to transition even faster. Keep this in mind because we can use this to keep him in another room later in the fight by attacking him during his reload. His second phase starts at about 4.8 bars of HP, and this is when the fight gets pretty scary. He's going to swap between shooting a blue laser and reloading. Under normal circumstances, he'll reload 3 times and shoot 2 blue lasers before a room transition in second phase. To handle the blue laser, you need to jump and reflect or use a drive explosion to knock it away. Keep in mind that the blue laser shoots out pretty slow in second phase, and in the next phase he's going to shoot it really fast. Otherwise, if you can't reflect it, you can just try dodging it. Once he reaches 2.5 bars of HP, he's in the last phase. Once he reaches this phase, he's going to immediately DM and then proceed to make it nearly impossible to get an opening on him. This is because after DM, he's going to shoot 2 blue lasers and then either go back to FPS mode or use another DM. If you get to this part of the fight, your best bet is to use a download limit to survive, but it might also just be worth dying and trying to get DM skip instead. Alright, now that we've went over each phase, I'm going to go over the different strats we can use to make the fight easier. The first strat I'm going to show off is the Berserk Charge strat. This strat takes advantage of the infinite combo from Berserk Charge by using our fastest aerial ability, Horizontal Slash. This strat might look easy, but every horizontal slash needs to be near frame perfect to keep the stun loop going. To start off, you want to avoid hitting Xigbar until he switches rooms at the start of the fight. Then once the room is switched, you want to enter MP recharge as fast as possible. You can either use Cure or a download limit. Once you're in MP recharge, you want to do a single air hit and then start the horizontal slash loop. You can mash square for the horizontal slash loop, but I wouldn't recommend it. If we assume each input needs to be within 3 frames, you would need to mash at a consistent 10 inputs per second to keep the loop going, which is pretty hard to do. So essentially you just want to at least make it to past the 3rd phase while you're still in a different room, and that will ensure that Xigbar won't DM. As long as you don't use a finisher. You can usually finish the fight when you're in this different room, and you'll be fine. This is a strat that most people opt for in randomizer, but you do need to practice Berserk Charge strat so you get the hang of it. Now let's move on to the final form strat. For this strat, you want to have a finishing plus equipped, a fire or a magnet, and final form to be level 3 or 4. I would highly recommend leveling to 4 if possible, but 3 is still manageable. To start off the fight, you want to do damage to him during each reload, and just do as much damage as you can until he's right before second phase. Scan is pretty important here because you don't want to go past second phase, but once he's right before the HP gate, you want to wait for him to rune transition, then go straight into final form. Now you can either use a magnet or 2 fires after your first finisher to keep Xigbar stunned and continue the air combo. I would recommend magnet unless you have Faraga. You should have enough final to at least get into 3rd phase, and once you revert, you want to do an air combo with 2 finishers connecting, and this will get Xigbar in a loop of reloading for the rest of the fight. as long as you hit him during each reload. The hardest part of the strat is getting him into this loop, but once you're in final phase, it should be fairly easy to kill him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this guide on Xigbar, and I hope you learned something new. Again, I would highly recommend you check out Ahiran's channel. He has some really good 2FM content on there, and he figured out some really cool things about the game. So let me know in the comments down below, please, if you want me to do more guides on different fights like Roxas, Luxord, or Syx. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.